Yo, what's up YouTube? Hope you're doing well. Here I'm back again, Didier Moulin from France, photographer. And this channel is about photography and gear and some tips and tricks to make you avoid spending all your money in new gear and new, the last Q Fury, the last Nikon Z8, the last lens, the last zoom and so on. But just to show you that you can do marvelous things with very old, not very, but old gear that still works today. And let me show you this one right now. This is the... I still have the box because I bought it like this maybe 10 years ago, I don't know, 6 years ago perhaps, or even more. It's the NIKKOR AFS 80-200 f2.8. So this lens is today is a very old lens. Look at this. You have a leather box in which the lens comes. You get a very bulky and chunky lens. Let me open the box and show you what you get inside. So this is the box with the red look. It's like if you were in Leica, no? But it's Nikon. They no longer do so very pleasing box to deliver your lens. So this is the lens. This is the lens. It's 80-200 f2.8. You have very big lens hood here. So when you put the lens hood on the lens, here you go with something which is everything but discreet. We can see you from far coming with this lens, and but hey, take the hood out. Oh, sorry for the noise. This is it, with a very pleasing front lens. All the internal zooming and focusing, all zooming and focusing is internal, so when you focus or when you zoom, nothing moves in the lens. It has an AFS motor, which means that it's quite fast. Yes, I could say it's fast on a modern camera. Put it on a D3S, D3X, even on a D6 or whatever, you get a fast lens. But what I want to show you now is how to get the best out of this lens. If you are in the Z mount world already today, if you have a Z6ii, Z7 or Z8, Z9 or whatever, you have a IBIS in the camera. I mean, you have internal body image stabilisation, which means that you can benefit of this IBIS on the lens. Yes, because this 80-200 is the first to have an AFS motor in the range of the 70-200 f2.8. This is 80-200, but it is not VR. So this lens put on a DSLR, like a D6 or whatever, D850, you may struggle to get sharp images if you want to shoot at a low shutter speed, or at least inferior to 1/200, or you know the rule, if you are at 135, your minimum shutter speed should be 1/135. And if you are using a high megapixel sensor, I would suggest you to double the speed at least to get sharp images. So using this 80-200 f2.8 in bad light situation where you want to preserve the ISO, so not raising the ISO, this leads to slowing down the shutter speed, and with a DSLR you will not have a VR lens, so this will lead you to buy a 70-200 2.8 VR, VR2, or the last one, the FL. With this, when you pair it with Z6ii, which I did a few months ago, I just got a Z6ii for a while, and I said to me, well, why don't I give a chance to this 80-200, put it on a modern camera with the FTZ adapter, and let me show you what I get with the lens mounted on a IBIS camera using the IBIS of the Z6ii. Let me show pictures right now. First of all, I will show you some old pictures I made with the D3S and this 80-200 lens. So here, look what you get with a D3S with 12 million pixels, 1/2000 of a second here. So through the fences, it was in a zoo in France, Zoo de Beauval. Very, very, very nice zoo. Look what you get, and I'm 300% here. So this lens is extremely, extremely sharp at f2.8. So you see here below the information, f2.8, ISO 200. You see the speed. Look, here it's a very wet condition because it's in a completely closed area where they try to maintain the same wetness as you can find in the tropics. And look at this one. It's a D3S, 1/350 seconds. Great one also. Through the fences. So you can see in the foreground here some artifacts. That is due to the fences that is in front of me. And this f2.8 aperture allows you to make the fences quite disappear, but you can see always this kind of artifacts, like here in this picture. You can see something. Here's my cat. Look at this with a D3S. Still, how sharp it is. Look at the focus. I mean, what do you need more than a D3S and it's a single point focus? You just have to grab the focus on the eye of your cat and you get it, instead of trying to find a animal recognition focus that you never know what is in focus. In fact, if it's the ears, the eyes, the nose, I don't know. And also this one. How can you do this with a animal detection focus? Here I just put the focus on the eye of my cat. Look at this, what you get with the 80-200 on D3S. Now let's see some pictures made with the Z6. Z6, here I am at 1/100 of a second to start with. And you see how you can focus very closely and precisely on something that you want to focus on, using the screen and the help you have into the viewfinder, so you can zoom in and precisely focus, be sure the subject is in focus. And here what you get with the 80-200. And the same here with this little bird or this one. I love this this composition. Look at the colors you get from the Z6ii and this lens as well. And look at this. I'm 400% here, 400%, but man, it's sharp. It's so sharp. And this one, so this is a tricky one because in fact the picture is this one. It's the reflection of the building into the Loire River, and I like to do that. I turn it around for 180 degrees, and it's just fun to try to understand what's happening. But look how sharp this is. 1/100 of a second. And now let me show you some interesting pictures where I tested the IBIS of the Z6ii combined with the 80-200. So you see here with the tramway that is going in front of the camera, but it moves, so it's a very slow shutter speed, not very, but it's 1/25th of a second. You see here at f4, ISO 400, Z6ii, and the focus is on the building behind. What do you think, guys? This one, same, 1/25th of a second. So this lets you make this effect of moving subject in street photography while keeping focus and stability, and you don't have blurry images. So I love this ability to use a very old lens like this one that costs 500 euros today. it's hard to find. I know that I've seen one on a website at 650 euro for this lens. Mine I bought it at 400 euro several years ago, but now price increases as all the prices, in fact everything is increasing, even the old used gear. So if you find one, you like it, get it. Look, you can make street photography with a D3S and a D3S, Z6ii FTZ adapter and 80-200. And they didn't see me taking the picture. Look how far sharp this is. 1/25 of a second. You can see all the details, they're 200% here. What about if I had a Z7 II or a Z8? Look, now with a 46 or 50 megapixel, I don't know, but plenty of details here in this picture. Look at this, you can do street photography with this big and chunky lens. Of course you can, look at that. This one, still the same speed. I mean, very sharp. And this one also, you can look at 300% here, but if I am at 100% on the Z6ii 24 megapixel, plenty of details here, you look at that. So yeah, I was amazed with this lens mounted on a IBIS sensor. Look at this. I love the ambient we have here. It's on the riverside in Tours. These two persons having just a rest after end of day. Look, all the background is smoothly blurred. It looks like it's a painting. I mean, why I speak about this lens is because I really love the way this lens render autofocus area. It's quite pleasing, it's not nervous, it's very good, and that's the way I like playing with this lens. And the colors, wow, I like this this ambient. I could crop it like this. Look at these colors, very nice. This one also, you get the tram on the bridge here. The person is walking here. We have these two light pillars and the tramway that is passing on the bridge. 1/160th of a second, so this is not a slow shutter speed. And the last one I want to show you is this one, so this is not a slow shutter speed as well. f5.6. Look, if I had a 100 megapixel sensor, I'm sure it would be sharp and you could read the letters on the plane. So, no, just for fun, but look at this picture. I like this picture, very simple. Colors are very nice and the result is very sharp on a modern camera. That's it for today. I hope you like this video and maybe you have this lens somewhere on a shelf somewhere in your house and you don't know what to do because this is an old lens, but you can give it a second life using it on a modern camera with in-body image stabilization like the Z6ii in my case. But imagine this on a Z8. I'm sure you can do marvelous things with this lens on a Z8 as well. So hope you guys have a good time and appreciate this video. Don't forget, of course, to like, subscribe, leave any comments you want. Tell me, for instance, what lens you would like me to show you. If I have it in my assortment, I can show you things about this lens. And I wanted to thank you so much because I have received a lot of messages recently on my YouTube channel here in the comments. People saying that my videos are really useful and they really appreciated this and so on and so forth. So thank you so much for helping my channel grow and just giving me the motivation to make a new video each time. Goodbye!